This is a practice question in trigonometric ratio of specific values. It's a beautiful question, combines two concepts. One, trigonometric ratios of specific angles of sine, cot and cos. And second, it also involves the process of solving a set of three linear equations in three variables. Let's get started. In an acute angle triangle ABC, sine of A plus B plus C is equal to half. Cot of A minus B plus C is equal to 0. And cos of B plus C minus A is equal to half. Let's start with one information at a time. Sine of A plus B plus C is equal to half. In sine, what angle corresponds to half? Sine 30 corresponds to half. Sine 30 is a half. Sine of A plus B plus C is equal to half. So we can deduce that A plus B plus C is equal to 30 degrees. Let's call this as equation 1. Let's move on to the second data. Cot of A minus B plus C is equal to 0. In cot, what angle corresponds to 0? 90 degrees corresponds to 0. Cot 90 is 0. Cot of A minus B plus C is equal to 0. So we can deduce the second equation, which is A minus B plus C is equal to 90 degrees. Equation 2 is done. Let's move on to the third piece of information. Cos of B plus C minus A is equal to half. In cos, what angle corresponds to half? Cos 60 is equal to half. Cos 60 is half. Cos of B plus C minus A is equal to half. So the third equation is B plus C minus A is equal to 60 degrees. Let's solve these three equations to find the values of A, B and C. Step 1. Let's add equations 1 and 2. So A plus B minus C is equal to 30 degrees added to A minus B plus C, which is equal to 90 degrees. When we add these two equations, B and minus B will get cancelled. Minus C and C will get cancelled. A plus A is equal to 2A. 30 plus 90 is equal to 120 degrees. So we can deduce the value of A to be equal to 60 degrees. So one part is done. Let's substitute the value of A is equal to 60 in equations 2 and 3. Substituted in equation 2, we have 60 degrees minus of B plus C is equal to 90 degrees. Take the 60 to the right hand side. So what will be left with is minus B plus C is equal to 90 minus 60, which is equal to 30 degrees. Let's substitute the value of A is equal to 60 in the third equation. So we'll have B plus C minus 60 is equal to 60 degrees. So what will be left with in the left hand side is a B plus C, which is equal to 60 plus 60, which is equal to 120 degrees. Add these two equations. B gets cancelled with B. 2C is equal to 150 degrees. Implies the value of C is equal to 75 degrees. Substitute the value of A as 60, C as 75 in one of these equations. Let's do it in equation 1. A is equal to 60. We're computing the value of B, and the value of C is equal to 75 degrees. All of this is equal to 30 degrees. So the 60 minus 75 is a minus 15. Goes to the right hand side. Makes the value of B to be equal to 45 degrees. So what are the values of A? A is equal to 60. B is equal to 45. And C is equal to 75. Quickly run through solving these three equations in a printed form. Subsequent slide. We're adding equations 1 and 2. A plus B minus C equals 30. A minus B plus C is equal to 90. So these two get cancelled to get the value of A to be equal to 60. We're going to be substituting the value of A. Right now, in the earlier version when I wrote, I took equations 2 and 3. We are taking 1 and 3 in the printed form. Substitute A is equal to 60 in equation 1 and in equation 3. So the two equations that will result will be B minus C equals minus 30 and B plus C is equal to 120. We'll call these as equations 4 and 5. When we add these two equations, C and C will get cancelled. We'll get the value for 2B. That's what is happening here. C and C gets cancelled. 2B is equal to 90 degrees or B is equal to 45. Substitute the value of A and B in substitute the value of B in one of these equations. We'll get the value of C to be equal to 75 degrees. So A is equal to 60, B equals 45 and C equals 75. What next? Here are two links. One to watch the previous video in this chapter and one to watch the next video in this chapter. If you liked what you saw, you could show your appreciation by liking this video and by subscribing to this channel. Thank you very much.